We have the Jackson 5 against Arthritic Abathurs playing on Shire. And I know you two have some points that you would love to make about Shire.
There's a lot of things about Shire, I think, in my opinion, is one of the most complicated maps because there's so many different ways you can win on this map. You can win through just pure global presence. You can win in your 4-1 rotations, just out-rotating your opponent due to the fact that they're going to potentially miss-soak mid. And then there's also the great possibility for ganking because this is a small map in between lanes. And there's a lot of bushes that you can set up some really good ganks. So it'll be interesting to see how comps are built around these 3 points and if they take that into their mind when they are building their comps. And able to get rid of the things that destroy their comps while doing it.
Okay. So I have sent draft links to everybody. I should go fix this so you guys will actually be able to see the draft on screen, which is also kind of important. It's been a little bit. It's been about a week since we've had to cast, boys. I'm a little rusty.
Hurricane Matthew was a bitch.
Right? My mom's in Florida. They had to evacuate. You're there. You had to deal with it. Yep. We are, in the meantime, going into the draft and waiting on teams to get ready. And I'm actually, because I have a cold, I'm going to let you two cover the draft. And it looks like we're live.
I wonder if we're going to see any double healer comps, because that's what the meta is shifting to at the moment.
I personally am a huge fan of Malfurion with almost any support. I think it's super strong. I also think that Alarak is a big play on this map too. He's got a lot of gank potentials. Deadly Charge can be absolutely devastating because you're not going to be able to see him coming on this small map, and he can pretty much jump across an entire lane. Falstad is also very amazing, and they take away a Falstad. So that's a lot of global presence that's lost. Shrine captures. And the Gust also being very, very valuable. Super solid ban, I believe.
You know, if this were a couple of patches ago, I'd say, oh yeah, the Zagara ban would be great here.
Yeah, believe it or not, Zagara has fallen off the meta quite a bit. I think she's she's still good, but she's fallen off her throne, and I think Chen has actually taken the spot of the lane bully presence now. And I think he is top dog in the solo lane in a 1v1 situation.
Yeah, definitely. Do you think they'll ban Zarya here? Oh, they're not banning
Zarya. They're going to go with the Thrall. I think this is smart because right now the top two heroes in the game is Zarya and Malfurion. So what they're saying is we Murky. Oh, I like this pick, and I'm
already
boys. Cold or not, man. Cold or not, can we just acknowledge that Murky was first pick on Shire? Yep. All right, there we go. Murky equals Zarya.
Okay. That makes more sense. I was like,
I got super excited for Murky all of a sudden.
Right?
Okay, now it makes more sense.
Oh man, now my hopes and dreams are crashed. So we go with the Malfurion, super solid healer, probably the best healer in the game right now, without a doubt. He can do just so much stuff. He can burst heal. Actually, he can sustain heal. He's got amazing CC. He has Twilight Dream, which can absolutely devastate teams. So and he can wave clear. So he's pretty much an all-in-one. And they pick a Li Ming up to follow that. And I think that's very smart. With the roots into Li Ming's complete combo, that could actually almost delete someone in itself right there, along with the fact that Li Ming now has somebody just to innervate her. She can stay in lanes longer with the combo.
Don't forget that the innervate now increases the cooldown so that she can just sit there spamming her spells the entire time.
Absolutely. Orbs after orbs after orbs. And they go with a Sylvanas pick. I think Sylvanas is very strong. She's got very good wave clear. She's really good in team fighting. She's kind of fallen off the meta a little bit, but she still has a lot she can offer, especially with Wailing Arrow. Being able to disable forts, cheesing in the beginning, and being able to take out a tower, get that quick XP boost. And if she's ever left to her own things, she can definitely push in and punish you. And she's also very, very good at jungling and getting those merc camps that are going to be very highly contested to help push out those lanes. And they go with the Brightwing also to support this. Brightwing is very solid, global presence, very, very, very solid, and very popular in the NA scene in Europe and in the rest of the world. They like to use her as in a dual support comp, so it'll be interesting to see what the Jackson 5 does with it.
Oh man, let's see what they ban out here. Probably tank.
I'd actually like to see him ban out a burst. They've already got their burst. Both teams have healer, and they actually banned out a Joe. Joe's a very solid tank, very good wave clear on this map, so I'm confused about the Joe ban, though, because, maybe they're trying to limit the amount of tanks that Jackson 5 has.
Yeah, because Joe's a great complement to Zarya.
They actually get the next pick, so, I mean, it makes sense to get rid of the tanks that they don't want to see. But it does leave room for Jackson 5 to ban it, but I think that would be hindering themselves more than anything. But they do go and ban a Murden.
Okay.
So I believe that leaves only a handful of tanks left. For solo tanks, that leaves Arthas, ETC. Well, there's a couple of tanks you can definitely do. Diablo, you got to build a comp around certain tanks, and it'll be interesting to see which way they go.
I think they'll pick up the ETC here. He's overall pretty solid. Diablo is not exactly the best solo tank.
No, but they could also Tyrael.
Oh yeah, they could Tyrael as well.
They could Tyrael. Tyrael's very solid. Arthas can solo tank too. He's very, very good sustain and survivability. Problem is that would be their engage. They pick up Azul, and I think the Azul's a very good pickup. He'll be able to clear and rotate between these lanes, making the 4-man rotation extremely, extremely strong, to the point where the Jackson 5 cannot keep up with it. And if they can out-rotate them, they might be able to get a small lead and be able to punish them on that in the later game, due to the fact that they'll be able to push in more forts and push these lanes out a lot quicker, securing them vision. And they go with a Chen. I like this pickup. Now, it'll be interesting to see what Jackson 5 does to respond. I think Jackson 5 should realize right now that Chen, yes, he can solo tank, and they do have a form of CC with Brightwing to interrupt it, but I would love to see a Tychus pickup. I think a Tychus pickup would be probably the smartest decision to make. Chen is going to be sitting there drinking. You can get your minigun off, get your charges up with that's the stuff, or the bigger they are, and just absolutely destroy Chen. And they go with a Greymane. Greymane is very, very good in bursting and diving this back line. They also do have a Zarya up in the front line to help put some damage out on this Chen. But I feel that they're going to be lacking ways to stop this Chen from diving after Brightwing.
ETC? Stage dive? Call it a day?
ETC would be a great counter to this Chen. Greymane is a very solid pickup. He's going to be able to get in this backline, but I feel like he's going to have a problem between this Zul, and then if Malfurion goes Twilight Dream and the Li Ming, that's going to be one dead Greymane. The other problem with this Greymane is once he dives in, doesn't really have the heals or the burst heals that he's going to need to probably stay alive if they focus him. Like Zarya can put a shield at him, and Brightwing can jump in, unless Brightwing goes.
Whoa.
Did they just?
They pulled out the Kerrigan.
Solo tank Zarya.
Solo tank Zarya. This is new. I have not seen a solo tank Zarya. This will be very, very interesting. So the Jackson 5's going for an all-out, just pure offense composition here, where they're going to dive in, and they plan just to absolutely blow up. Their goal is to win the early game. That's their whole goal, is to win the early game and get these ganks and secure them. What's going to be really interesting to see is if AA or the Abathurs can realize this and build around this. Vision's going to be very, very key for this. Also, anti-dive is going to be very great. And they go with a Zagara.
I wanted to see a Tassadar there.
Tassadar would have been. I don't feel like a Tassadar would have been the right choice.
I would have picked
Vision.
up KT
Wait.
I would've picked-
He's saying they picked KT.
Okay, so they picked up a KT. Okay. A couple of. So they pick up a KT, which is good because of all this dive that's going to be coming in. You got the Zarya, you've got the Greymane, and you've got the Kerrigan all diving in. That's going to give KT a lot of targets to spread his chain bombs and his flame strike. And if he goes convection build, he's going to be able to build that up very quickly. But he has to play safe. The fact that they have a double mage comp with a Chen as their main tank going in against his dive team, I don't know if Chen's going to be able to do enough. Because Chen just does his own thing, and he's good at diving, but he's not good at peeling, and that's Chen's biggest problem because he has to stop and drink. And I don't know if they're going to be able to combat all this dive that the Jackson 5 just threw out at them.
Go ahead and ready up, and make sure your caster controls are set.
I'm already 2 steps ahead of you, Sugar Plums.
Alright, here we go then. Go ahead and kick this over to the loading screen. So, on the blue side, we have the Jackson 5 with Sylvanas being played by Avrail, Brightwing played by Dorivian, Kerrigan played by Silverhawk, Zarya played by McKitten, and Greymane played by Gumby.
And on the other side, for the red team, we have the Arthritic Abathurs. We have Daz on the Chen, Black Magic on the Li Ming, Night Knight on Malfurion, Belkrim on Zool, and Fatty on Kael'thas.
Solo tank Zarya. This is something, boys.
Against solo tank Chen, I mean.
Yeah, but I give that win to Chen personally.
Well, it'll be very interesting because Jackson 5 is very divey, but they don't have any way to deal with the burst heals. So if AA can survive the dive, they win. But they have to survive the dive.
Prepare for combat.
Right.
And that's what this is all going to come down to. Because in the late game, AA's comp gets stupid strong, but Jackson 5 easily wins the early game.
Looks like we're going to have Sylvanas start up top immediately for Jackson 5.
10 seconds.
And we're going to have a 5-on-4 mid lane.
So for talents here on AA, we've got Elusive Brawler on Chen, Power Hungry for Li Ming, Shanda's Clarity for Malfurion, Shade for Zool, and Felon Fusion for KT. And over here on Jackson 5, we've got Overflowing Quiver, Brightwing still holding her talent, Siphoning Impact on Kerrigan, Maximum Charge on Zarya, and Viciousness on Greymane.
Well, it looks like they're already starting to go into a skill. Oh, they're going to
might
chase
die
that
here.
Sylvanas down. Yeah, she's dead. That's a quick kill there.
Just try to get that tower.
She did a decent amount of work to it, but I do not think that was worth her life.
No one's soaking bot here for either team. Oh yeah, there they go. There goes Jackson.
Yeah, it looks like Jackson's going to try and do a 3 or a 4-man rotation. And it looks like AA might be doing the same here. Zarya already at half energy.
She charges energy ridiculously quickly after they buffed her.
Well, at least for the next couple of days.
Activate the shrine.
Tomorrow that goes away. Oh, and look at that. Jackson 5 getting a quick bottom capture. And AA getting a quick top capture, and then just back to the rotations.
Jackson 5 is going to have to make quick use of this Kerrigan here because she is an early game hero, or she's a lot stronger early game rather than late game. You don't capitalize on that strength, then...
And AA grabbing both. I don't know if they're going to be able to get the dragon though, and Sylvanas moving in. Let's see if that KT can finish her. Fatty doing a good chunk of damage there. They're not able to hold the bottom shrine, so. Oh, that should be a deadly Ming. Yeah, Li Ming against the Gray Man and Kerrigan, it was never going to end well for her.
Oh, Gray Man going in for some chunk damage.
It looks like they're going to try and capture both temples. And Zarya's already sitting mid, trying to grab the Dragon Knight. So AA is really going to have to do something to stop this. Or it looks like Jackson 5 is going to get that Dragon Knight. And yep, they got it. Here we go.
First Dragon Knight isn't exactly like too big, but it should take out this front wall here, maybe get some damage out on the fort.
What I would love to see is the Sylvanas go with this Dragonite and push with it and get a lot of damage and make that Dragonite more tanky and survivable.
Agreed.
That would be the dream.
Agreed. Typically, I like to see if you can get two of the front walls, usually the top lane and bottom lane. If you can pull that off, I think you've done great with an early, pre-5-minute Dragonite. It's a lot easier to do if you have Sylvanas or your team with you. But going in after the fountain, yeah, it's nice to get the fountain, but move to the bottom lane, get the double wall down, and really take advantage of your Dragon Knight. At this point, you got the wall, you got the fountain, so if you have a prolonged fight at the Dragon Knight, and when the next one spawns, they can't tap. But I feel like you get more value out of getting both the top and the bottom walls. Or the mid and the bottom walls.
Zool almost going down in the bot lane here, and we see Greymane going for the W talents instead of the Rise and upcoming cocktail build that we see around.
Oh, that's a bush party waiting to happen. Are they going to get it though? It was a good idea. It was a great idea. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite land that initial stun. And Sylvanas just staying top and doing Sylvanas-like things. Let's see. Really
Some poking going back and forth.
Yeah, a little bit of poking and a little bit of wait clear. I think they're both waiting for the next set of shrines. Or 10, whichever happens first.
A's rotating down here, and doesn't look like they get that much.
In the camp, yeah. They're not going to be able to get Kerrigan or Greymane. Zool waiting to pick up Sylvanas. Doesn't look like that's going to happen either, though. Really, nobody's in a position to get a pick at this point. I mean, sure, it could happen, but they're both playing really safe. They're looking to engage with the next shrine fight, maybe. Or 10. They're not going to make 10 before the shrines hit, so I'd like to think they're going to hit with the shrine and get a good team fight in. This was great timing on the Siege Giants bottom lane, by the way. Just in time for the shrines to pop. They are actually sitting there and they are guarding and seeing what they can do.
Zarya rotating down here to help out her team.
Ooh, that's a lot of damage for a Chen to take, but it's going to cost him a Greymane, so that was a worthwhile trade. Zarya doing a ton of damage there.
Yeah, she's almost at full energy.
Yeah, looking at Zarya's damage right now, she's already at 38,000 siege and just underneath Greymane's actual hero damage. So that's pretty impressive. But it looks like AA is going to get that front bottom wall, so that was good. That was worth trading the one shrine for. Nobody's got the DK now, and it looks like, yep, looking at bottom right now, they are thinking about taking that fort, but I don't know that it's going to happen. They're already pulling back.
Now AA does have 10 here.
They're both
Chen
sitting
with the
on 10
Wandering
now.
Keg.
Yeah.
Chen with the Wandering Keg. Li Ming Disintegrate. Tranquility for Malf. Skeletal Mages for Zool, and Phoenix for KT. Now, I would have liked to see maybe the Twilight Dream to prevent a lot of the dive.
Absolutely.
Oh, they should have dived that Greymane. He was so overextended. They had him with the 3-man up there.
Zarya and Brightwing both saving their ult picks for right now. But it looks like silencing arrow, and that might get that KT. Yes, it does. And that might get this Zool too, because now Zool's facing Sylvanas Brightwing by himself in that top shrine. But
they're chunking out! Oh, wow! Beautiful combo there to save that Zool, and she's gonna secure both of those.
2-for-1 trade. That works any day of the week.
Beautiful play there by Black Magic.
And it looks like everybody's picked their alts up. So we have, is that? God, I can never remember the name of that stupid Brightwing talent. Blink Heal. And Zarya going with Graviton Surge. Chen doing decent damage to that Greymane down there. If they dive on that Greymane, they can pick him off. It looks like they're just gonna grab the fort, or grab the shrine, sorry, and see what they can do with it.
Probably don't want to fight here as the Jackson 5 without their Zarya, but Greymane goes in.
Oh, that Greymane!
That's what happens. And they're gonna chase here. They need to chase. That Kerrigan should die. That Brightwing should die. If nothing else, pick off the Zarya who just came late to the party. And it looks like they have now set up to grab the Dragon Knight, so are they going to send somebody after? Looks like both mages going middle lane right now. Oh, all four going middle lane. They're looking for a fight on this Dragon Knight because they want it.
Malfurion is behind. He should have been there to set up those roots. They're the roots. That's what we need. That's going to be a dead Brightwing. Beautiful. This Zool, though, is probably going to pay for his life.
They burned that
this
Zool.
Zool. That's a dead Zool.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Yep. Yeah, that's dead Zool. I mean, yeah, they got the Zool, but it cost them 2 ults to do it. I'm not sure that was a worthwhile trade. And Fatty, a man after my own heart, is taking that Dragon Knight bottom lane and going, I'm not taking just one wall. I'm taking a wall and the bottom lane fort. This is how we roll.
I would like to see Chen in there before Fatty. This way he, instead of the DK, taking the shots.
The damage, yeah, I agree. He can sit there and get most of the shots away.
He can drink, yeah, exactly. Because he's taking so much unnecessary damage with this Dragon Knight, and they could have gotten so much more.
Yeah, I agree. It would have been nice had they done that, but...
And that's going to be a dead Greymane.
Oh,
no, he's going to get out, yep.
4 on 4, and they're all pulling back. No, 4 on 3. 4 on 3. No. Oh, that might be a dead Chen. Maybe not. It's a back and forth battle right now. Nobody wants to give anybody up. Oh, that move.
Oh, that was a great keg.
That's going to be a dead Zarya. That was a great move by Chen. You know, and I like the bottom lane. They went deep on this bottom lane, and I like that. There's 2 siege camps. There's a bruiser camp that all push the bottom lane, and that's just a lot of pressure you can put on a team at one time.
This Chen is actually playing a very great game with his ults, using them perfectly. That's going to be probably a dead Kerrigan.
Yep.
There it is. Beautiful. That's going to be a dead Greymane as well.
Yeah.
I want to see them push the keep out. Push this keep out. Don't go top. Don't.
They're taking mid-fort. They're going to take mid-fort.
They should go bottom, push that wall out, push with your giants that you just captured, maximize their damage. This is also a good call, but the better call would have been to go bot, push with this. You have a Brightwing sitting there by herself that you could have gotten right there.
Yep.
But
and then you get the keep, you know, maybe if you pick that Brightwing off, maybe you get the keep at that point, and now you have catapults pushing that bottom lane.
Absolutely.
Yeah. They
could even rotate up and try to get this Sylvanas. And it looks like that's what Daz wants to do.
Doing that, yeah. He sees the Kerrigan. He sees the Sylvanas. But they both saw him there, so they know he's in that bush. Keg is up, and they do have a tier advantage over them right now. 16 versus 13, and there is the Keg. They want that Kerrigan, and they might get her.
I think that Kerrigan's going to get out safe.
Yep.
That nice jump.
They go straight onto that Brightwing, though.
Double blink heal, getting the Brightwing out and saving her. Oh, and that's a nice Graviton Surge. That might actually save the entire Jackson platform. I'm sorry, somewhere during that, did Sylvanas die? Or am I missing that?
I'm guessing she did. I missed it all entirely.
Alright, so we have a 5-on-4. They're right at the fort. I don't know that they want to engage this. Their mana's alright. Mouth's a little low.
They should have pushed. They should have pushed their initiation when they had it with the Brightwing dead. They had all the ults burnt on the side of Jackson 5.
Yeah.
And that was their time to push in.
Oh,
and it looks like this great. That's a dead Grey Main. Yes, that is. Oh, but that damage coming out.
Kerrigan going crazy.
Oh shoot! Chen's pushing the Kerrigan into his team.
Oh, that was not, I think, what he had in mind there.
No.
Everybody low, and it looks like everybody's gonna. Well, no, maybe they're not. Maybe AA's not gonna back out. At this point, it might be safer to just everybody back out, tap, get ready. But no, we're going hard, boys.
Zarya can take this. She's pretty tanky, and she has a lot of damage.
Oh, the Brightwing kill! Oh, this black magic with that combo.
But they went 1-for-1 because Zul's now dead.
It looks like they're gonna lose this though, and they're gonna get the Dragon Knight.
That's a 13-minute Dragon Knight's not something to sneeze at. It will do a decent amount of damage. They should get this fort.
They will definitely
the wall.
Absolutely.
I don't know though, taking a lot of damage by letting the tower and the fort hit him at the same time.
Get that damage on that KT with the Dragon Knight.
Well, there's the fort.
This Dragon Knight is taking excessive amounts of damage. That's a dead KT.
Will he die though? Yeah, oh, he does go down.
He was not escaping that. Chen pushing their Grey Main into the corner, but there really was no follow-up to that. However, Kerrigan just got deleted as soon as she popped out of that Dragon.
This black magic with his combo is absolutely on point, securing those kills when he needs to.
Absolutely, he is getting those resets all over the place. It looks like both teams grabbing their siege giants. Might we see a fight over the bruiser camp bottom? Looks like Li Ming is looking for it. Yeah, they're going in. This could be a nice little 4-on-4. Chen looking to get in the bush and hang out there. Yep. It looks like they're going to back off and let Arthritic Abathurs have the bruiser camp while Sylvanas clears their top bruiser camp.
Yeah, well, they're both down a person. Sylvanas is also not there for the Jackson 5, so they don't want to engage 4v3. Or they do.
But now the Arthritic Abathurs have the bruiser camp helping, which I know it's not a ton of damage, but damage is damage, right? It's going to help.
And that's going to be a Zarya.
Yep.
This Grey Main probably. Oh, this Grey Main gets out. This KT and this Li Ming is doing an absolutely good job of staying back, poking, putting out that damage that they need to. This mouth stuns or roots are on point, securing when they need to.
Yeah.
And this Daz is just going in, and this Chen is just disrupting the entire back line, putting hell on the Sylvanas, Brightwing, and whoever extends.
I think AA might have found a good comp that's working with them and playing towards their strengths. Double mage, you don't see a lot of double mage played, but with Chen in the front line...
Oh,
and too deep.
Oh, damn.
Yep, and that's going to be a team wipe.
That's going to turn ugly quickly.
That Kerrigan combo, though, into the Wailing Arrow, it's pretty brutal.
I think
the one thing I am noticing about this Kerrigan is she is missing a lot of her combos.
That was a quick turnaround, though. I was just saying that they'd found something that was really working for them, and then they turned around really quick. Yeah, apparently I spoke too soon.
I was just running around clearing. Jackson 5 picking up both shrines. Probably going to get another Dragon Knight here.
This could be potentially game ending right here. I feel like they should have poked and stopped this. because this can potentially be game ending.
Well, they do have their storm talents at level 20, but you know, Jackson 5 knocks down this wall. That should also be enough XP to, excuse me, to give them their storm talents. So the advantage was pre-Dragonite, right? Not post-Dragonite.
Dragonite is taking a lot of damage here, though.
Yeah, he's standing right with the Phoenix. Oh, Li Ming, so much damage.
And they didn't even get anything with this Dragonite. I feel like this Dragonite was wasted. He got a front wall with this Dragonite with a 17-minute Dragonite.
Oh, that's a dead Zarya.
Oh, the keg killing the Zarya.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is going to be a dead Kerrigan.
Yeah.
And I feel like right now,
they need to just go keep.
AA can go end. Absolutely. They have
like,
50 seconds.
Else, yeah, go keep.
Absolutely. Push this in.
They gotta go bottom.
Sophie.
Yeah, they should go bottom. Yeah. They're going to take the wall first. And by taking this wall, it's going to slow them down enough that they're not going to actually get in and get the keep. So we're going to have another probably 3-minute cycle. Unless they can get
that might be a dead.
Yep,
that is.
okay.
This
that may
should
be enough.
be
That may
game.
be enough. Yeah, those staggered death timers really mess you up. But not if they back out. They really need to push in and take this keep down. The Brightwing.
Oh, the Brightwing barely survived.
So much work in this game.
Absolutely.
It looks like we got 2 bolts of the storms coming from Jackson 5. Alright, they got the keep. And yeah, I mean, at this point, backing out makes the most sense. 4 on 5 with 30 seconds under a core.
They're going to go take this top 4 now. I feel like they could have ended. That might be the time that AA might have thrown right there, because I should have ended game if they had went bottom. But we'll see how it all plays out.
I agree. Had they gone bottom, they could have 100% ended there. Now, are they going to engage or are they going to back out? That's the real question.
I feel like they should back out. I feel like this is a very risky play.
It is.
But they realize probably that Jackson 5 might be too scared to fight this right now, considering how well AA is playing right now, and that they just don't want to fight it.
I can see that. I can see that being the case.
Activate the shrines. Take the dragon found.
And right now, Jackson 5 is just playing defense to everything that AA is doing on the map.
See, I'd like to see them clear this, grab the bottom shrine, and then maybe try to sneak the keep. Nothing says you have to take the Dragonite right now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they could totally go for the keep here because they do have Chen.
They did lose the keep in mid, though, and they do have catapults pushing in mid.
Well,
and this is the lane that's the most uncontested, and I feel like this is going to help them so much in this long run.
Exactly, but that's my point. Push in bottom lane, take that keep. They either have to back to defend you and they're not getting the Dragonite, or they take the Dragonite. At that point, you can almost trade keep for keep and finish the game. Because you have such a lead. Right? And
Sylvanas has to come down and deal with this huge wave that is here, giving them the absolute advantage here.
But, oh, and they're getting more. Okay. So they're going to pick up their bruiser camp, and then I'd like to at least see them go for an engage now.
And the funny thing now is Jackson 5 can't even contend this. This Fatty, though, being super out of position, hopefully he does not get ganked. I don't think he was seen.
Greymaine's gonna sniff him out right now.
Oh, and there goes the Greymane. Oh, beautiful stun going out onto him.
Yeah, but it doesn't, they're way out of position right now. So I think what happened there is I think KT was going to snag the Dragonite, and Greymane sniffed it out, right? I would not have sent a solo KT as the one to go try and hold the Dragonite.
No.
But it looks like they're going to lose bottom shrine.
If anybody, you would have wanted Azul there. Azul should be the one grabbing your Dragonite.
I would agree.
I think it's funny how Greymane was the one who sniffed it out.
Good play on words.
I see what you did there.
Well played, gentlemen. Well played.
Black Magic again chunking out another hero, taking Kerrigan down to 1/3 of her health, by the way. Can we just all agree that Black Magic is getting it done on that Li Ming?
He is absolutely.
Oh, and they're waiting. They want to bush it.
And I believe this is smart. I think they exposed a little bit too early. If they waited, they could have. But that might be a dead Zarya.
The Clen's getting her out of there. I think she might be safe. But Greymane in the back
Beautiful
line just killed that
flitting.
guy. Yeah, there you go. Now Zarya's, or I'm sorry, Sylvanas went top to take the shrine.
Kerrigan's now, see, now they're just rotating around, just trying to delay this. All the while,
Their
the lanes
minions
are just
getting
pushing
worked
in,
on,
yes. And that's going to be, that's
yep,
going to still be, she's still going to die.
Yeah. She had KT's
And these
living
staggered death timers are absolutely destroying Jackson 5.
Yeah.
Jackson 5 needs to just play safe,
But here's the
clean
problem.
up their
right?
lanes.
They
Oh,
can't-
and this could be game.
This could be game right here. Yeah, I agree. Oh, with Zarya now full energy. She needs to turn around and do work. I know why they're running. 4-on-3, you don't want to face that, right? Like, I totally get it. At this
KT
point,
needs to wait by this Dragonite as everyone rotates down.
At this point,
You know, KT should know nobody is there to contest that. He saw them all in the
sees all of
keep.
them right now, yeah. So from Jackson 5's point of view at this point, they can't absorb a free Dragonite, right? So that's
No,
why
they
they were
cannot.
trying to delay this, as long as, like, try and take it.
No, but they
because-
needed to do it safely.
Yeah.
And that's the but that's the problem with the comp they chose. They're an all-in dive comp. But you can't do it as 1 or 2 people. You need to do it as 5.
What are we doing
If
here?
you don't, why are they going the bottom? They should be going top. They should just be pushing core right now.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking right now. I think they just want to secure this. Maybe when they all go in, just take less damage. But so much
But they're
damage
getting
from
kills
this
now.
Li Ming. Yes.
Now, all right,
Diving
there we
in.
go.
Oh,
There's
that's
step right with- now just finish, guys. Let's just finish, okay? Like, at this point, there's nothing
adding
left.
insult to injury right here is what they're doing.
I don't know if they're gonna be up. They got.
Oh,
All right,
man.
there's nothing left.
What a game played right here.
I'm gonna call it right now. Li Ming MVP.
Li Ming definitely the MVP. It was all well played all around the board. I mean, Chen diving in, the barrels were absolutely amazing, securing kills. Li Ming with her resets, Malfurion with that CC action that we saw, just setting up those roots, allowing KT just to spread his damage and get his convections off. And it was just chunking people. And they did exactly what I said they needed to do. Survive the dive.
Right.
Once they survive the dive, they win the fight.
Yeah.
Because
that's
they
what they
can't,
did.
they can't, because Jackson 5 can't survive the burst.
Well,
If
look,
Jackson,
go ahead.
go ahead,
No,
go
no,
ahead.
go
No,
ahead.
I'm listening. Jackson 5 needed to be in the early game making those very hard 4-man rotations. They have a
Right.
Greymane, they have a Kerrigan, they have a Brightwing, and they had a Zarya. They should have dived in on someone, secured those kills, and made that's where they should have been winning. They should have
Right.
made their plays in the beginning.
Right.
And they never capitalized in the beginning. And that's when, as AA's, I just lost my train of thought. As AA's, the game went on, AA just grew stronger. I
Yeah.
mean, they scale so well late
Yeah.
game.
No, I would agree. The other thing I was going to point out, if you sort the stats by hero damage, Li Ming and KT just 71
Oh,
and
yeah.
64k, just
Oh,
dominated.
absolutely dominated.
So
I mean,
you know,
Chen with 43k damage.
right. Like, where do you see that? And I expected Zarya to be higher, honestly. But that first
yes.
death, like, totally wiped her energy pool, and that's where she started struggling, I feel like.
I feel like the Zarya, I feel like a solo Zarya was the wrong thing to do. I feel like if they wanted to dive comp, Ethereal would have been a much better pickup.
Yeah.
But Zarya isn't a solo tank. She's a bruiser. She's a ranged bruiser at that. But she's not a solo tank, and I think that's where they went wrong. If you had just changed the Zarya to Ethereal, you would have had
That
almost
would've
a
been a
pure.
different game, yeah.
That would have been a wet dream dive comp right there. But
Agreed.
the Zarya can't initiate. She just has to walk in there.
Yeah. So
So
I think with all that said, great games to both teams. Arthritic Abathurs just hitting it a little harder tonight and getting that done. Mystic, do you have anything you want to add?
Just congrats to Team AA for winning. They Team Jackson 5, they played pretty well. They just didn't capitalize on that early game dive that they had with the Kerrigan. They tried to play the wave clear against KT Zool, so that was not so great. But they kind of picked it up near the end.
Yeah.
However, Team AA played really well.
Yeah,
so
I would
that's
agree.
why they won.
23 kills to 10.
Yeah. Well, it started snowballing hard towards that end.
It did.